Hi guys, you're very welcome back to another episode in the Epic Voyage series of Elite Dangerous with Digi Gaming. I've gotten off the beaten track from where I was supposed to go last episode. Instead, I set a course for SIFI UN-S C17-17. And I set a course here pretty much because everything I was running into was extremely boring. So I decided to take a new route. And this planetary system is epically epic. It's got a lot of cool stuff here. I've learned that the brown planet that you see over there on the left, in a second, I'm zooming in and out of all sorts of things here. There you go, that brown one is actually a gas giant with ammonia life. I've learned that a lot of these gas giants are worth quite a bit of money, and there's some weird ones I want to scan. But after I scan them, I want to pick a candidate, and I want to go land, because I want to talk about points of interest. Something that I really wanted to learn more about. I went on the YouTubes, I YouTubed, everyone kept showing me videos. Yeah, here I am, here's me landing. Oh, see, there's the POI. And every time I wondered, how the hell are you always at the POI? Surely you have to search for them. So I went out and I did it myself. And I put some time in, and I want to show you what I did and what happened. So, quickly going to go and scan these planets. Be right back. And I'm back. Planets are scanned, and this is the candidate I've selected. Right here. So what we're going to do is we're going to land on this planet. That's the general goal. That's the idea. Well, we're not going to land on it first, because in order to find yourself a POI, and remember, I am quite outside the bubble. I'm outside by just over 1400 light years, I guess, or thereabouts. So POIs, or points of interest, tend to appear in the game inside the bubble. The further outside the bubble you go, apparently the rarer they are to find. But I still wanted to give this a go. I wanted to find myself one of these points of interest and see what if anything lies at a point of interest. So my research on this has pretty much been, you gotta be above 2 kilometers, and you pretty much gotta fly, and you bump into a POI. And so as I said, I checked video after video after video, known YouTubers, not known YouTubers, and everyone always appeared in the planet, and boom, they were at the POI. They had edited out the part where they got to the POI. How that happened, what happened in the meantime. I've given this a few shots in different systems, and I've not been very lucky. I didn't know, for example, when I started this out, that you need to be above 2 kilometers. When you get below 2 kilometers, maybe from 1.5 to 2, it's very, very, very difficult, and below 1.5, I think it's near impossible. So you need to be above 2. People said you need to be at 2 kilometers. There is no truth to this. What I've learned is, well, I've been flying at 6 kilometers, I've been flying at 7 kilometers, I've been flying at 8 kilometers, I've been flying at 9 kilometers off the surface. No problem at all. I have been finding them. That is not an issue you need to worry about. What you need to worry about is that you are higher off the ground than 2 kilometers. That's pretty much it. That's what you want to keep in mind. Now, this video is 13 minutes long. It's 13 minutes long because I'm showing you from start to end what I did to find a POI. Pretty much. But don't worry, there's a part of this I actually speed up because I was searching quite a time, I must say. And by quite a time, I was probably flying in a straight line for about 15 minutes, there or thereabouts. Now my glide is complete because I fumbled my way into this orbit by going too fast, but I re-engaged my faster than light travel, or whatever it's called, and here I am now. As you can see, I'm hovering, I'm going 6, 7, 8 up and down pretty much. So I keep it on 0, the thing there in front of me. Keep that on 0. We're just going to speed things up now. We're at 7.5. I'll probably drop down, go up, drop down, go up. As I said, this does take a while, and what you're watching is you're watching the radar. Alright? Now the radar, I only know how to work this on the PS4, but you can zoom in and zoom out, and I've zoomed out all the way by holding what I think was the X button, and then using the R1 bumper to zoom out, so I can see as much of the land around me as possible. What I'm looking for on the map is I'm looking for like a blue circle. A blue circle. Funny that it's blue, but it's blue. What can I do? Bluish circle, like the Doniger. And once I spot that, then I'm going to start heading towards it. So that's pretty much how you find a point of interest. So you stay above 2, whatever you're comfortable with. I tend to stick between 6 and 8. I don't know why. When I see myself dropping below 6, I edge my nose up a bit. When I'm dropping below or above 8, I tend to drop my nose down a bit. I'm just interfering with it to pass the time because I'm going in a straight line for a very long time. I don't want to be flying in a straight line. I want to do things. But apparently, this is how you do it. This is what we're doing. Just flying in a straight line. Exciting times. When you're out to achieve something, let's slow time back down. And if you look at the top right of my radar screen, that circle, there's a little blue thing starting to come into range. So I'm going to adjust course and head for it accordingly. This is a point of interest. And it looks very interesting on the radar, doesn't it? It just stands out, this bluey circle. You're like, what's in a bluey circle? What's with the bluey circle? That's interesting. And that's what we mean by a point of interest. It piques your curiosity so much that you head towards it and it becomes a bigger blue circle. Now, what you want to do next is you want to try and get in the middle of this blue circle, as middle-ish as possible. So I'm going to mess around here at my thrusters, which thrust out in blue, just like the circle. And I'm going to start putting my ship down, roughly in the center. Now, I've been messing around with my, I guess, pointing my nose down, looking around to see if I can see the point of interest. I've never had any luck seeing points of interest yet. I'm going to keep trying. I don't try looking for them that often because I guess I'm outside the bubble and it's a waste of time. It takes too long. Nonetheless, I'm looking, I don't see it. That's okay, because when you launch on your vehicle, I forget what the game calls it, might call it a buggy or a rover, you'll be able to detect it on its scanner. So we're going down, 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 down. I'm using thrusters, of course, to go down because I'm trying to stay as center as I can to the circle. I don't want to start heading down on my own and then have to readjust when I'm down. What are we at now? We're 4 kilometers. Down we go. Down, 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 down. You just keep going down. One bit of advice I will advise. I've made the mistake before, not this time. Don't forget your landing gear. It's important. It's very important. Landing gear is crucial. Otherwise, you just bounce off it and take hull damage. My hull is at 86%. I've bumped into all sorts of things. Planets, suns, the ground. There we go. Landing gear engaged. So we're dropping further again. Well under the 1 kilometer mark now. And we're starting to get our terrain window. It's all red, telling me I can't land here. Which is rubbish, because this is where I need to land. So I'm going to engage a little thrust there, and I'm going to start thrusting forward. Circling or edging around, I'm looking for a spot on the ground that is suitable for landing, that will accept my ship. So, just moving along, no speed required, because if you add much speed to it, you'll miss it. We just keep searching. If you're not finding anything, turn. Take 90 degrees. If you're not finding anything, take 90 again. In the same direction. You want to kind of do a circle, because you're roughly in the middle of a point of interest. You don't want to go too far away from it. Well, I don't know, maybe you do. Maybe that's your thing. Maybe you like making things difficult for yourself. Maybe you're one of those people who's like, point of interest over there, I'll drop off 10 kilometers this way and see if I can find it. Good for you, I'm not. Just found something here, we gotta back to it again. Oh, and enough with the thrusters. 0 down, and we'll continue our descent. Down, down, down. We're now at 115 meters from the ground. Telling me the alignment is okay, and like an idiot I went and touched it, but I've reverted back to what it was, and I've just gone too far from it. I need engines thrusting forward, just a touch. Where was it? It was here. I know it was here. I seen it here. You seen it here. It said alignment okay. There is no dispute that it was possible to land here 2 seconds ago. But where? Start going backwards again. Ever so slightly. I think I've overshot it. There we go. Stop. Come to a stop. Reorient to ship. The ship is currently in a red color, but the ground is accepting us. We just got to reorient slightly, so we are facing roughly the right direction. The arrows are telling me lift the nose up, so I lift the nose up. There we go. We're good. We're going to touch down now. Down, 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 down. And we are down. Cool. All right, so let's grab... I'll take this one. She's not doing too bad on fuel. So we just get past our loading screen. Down we go, and you got to keep an eye on the scanner. You see those little Those big lines in the center of the scanner, that's the ship. So there's something going on off to my left. You see that? The lines are much higher on the scanner than the little ones. The little ones are going to be things you can mine, but there's one like at the center going towards the top of the scanner. I'm going to focus in that general direction, and I'm going to head in that general direction because that tells me, well, it's pretty much screaming, Digi, there's something over here. Something that you don't usually find when you're driving around this godforsaken planet, so you should come this way. So I'm like, okay, I'll come over this way, because you just said come over this way. I'll come over this way. So over that way I go. At best possible speed, and I arrive at what is a point of interest. So what is so interesting about this point, you ask? Well, I'm not sure yet. Let's get a little closer and let's find out. So there's cargo, there's canisters of stuff. Uranium, for example. So this, it's like my one. It's like my rover. See? This, some poor explorer, some poor commander was lugging way more cargo than capacities. Capacities too. But there's 6 here. He overloaded his damn rover. That's what he did. And he ended up getting in a big accident because, of course, that's not safe to do. And yeah, he got stranded out here and clearly he died. So I pick up the cargo. What I do next, personally, because I'm nowhere near the bubble, is I look at my inventory to get an idea of pricing, galactic averages, and I'm like, oh man, I'm getting rid of these. Because I have cargo space, I think, for 16, maybe, items. And if I'm going to be lugging anything around, which is costing me more fuel and reducing my jump range, there better be a reason for it, and there's no reason for me to lug these. That's pittance. What I want in a point of interest, why I look for them, is I want data scans. I want to scan things which hopefully, when I go and visit the engineers to properly overhaul this, the Donager, I'm trying to think of the class, the Anaconda class, if they ask me to scan points of interest and whatnot, I would like to already have them. So I make a point to scan everything, but cargo's not my thing when I'm exploring. Because it's not, I can get it inside the bubble. I can buy these things at the store, and as you can see, they're not really expensive. Well, that's 6,000, that's 8,000, but in terms of affecting my ability to jump and whatnot, I mean, I'm jumping at what, just about 28, 29 light years? So I don't need any further handicaps to that than I already have. So I'm just going to mess around here, I guess. But that's pretty much the end of the video. That's pretty much what I wanted to cover. In case some poor soul like me, when I was trying to figure out what the hell is with these points of interest. Am I supposed to be exploring on planets, and what am I supposed to be doing? Here's actual video from start to finish. Hopefully you liked it. If you liked the video, please do click that like button and like the video. If you're not already subscribed, you are more than welcome to do so. I highly encourage a subscription so you can follow along this epic voyage. Thank you very much for tuning in, and until next time, take it easy. All the best.